Hey, what's up, Geek Squad? It's your boy Darron Brown here. In this video, I'm going to cover components. Now, if you watch any of my earlier videos on coding, you will know that I actually covered components in some kind of shape or form. But this video is solely focused on components. I'm going to give you guys an idea how you create them, and then why you should create them, and when they're useful to create. Now, if you take a look at the simulator, you can see that we have a header, and within that header, I have my name, I have a profile image, and then I have a description next to the profile image. You know, founder of GeekMODE. You can learn more about GeekMODE by visiting the website geekmode.tech. So hopefully you guys checked out that website. That's where I have my blog. You can read up on different React Native articles or different articles about how the world is affecting the software development environment. And then also, if you have any questions about development, you can reach me at contact@geekmode.tech. You know, I'm welcome to answer all your questions, and if there's anything that I believe everybody can benefit from, I'll create a video about that and post it on YouTube. So beneath the description, we have courses. So right here I have a card that has beginner courses, a card that has intermediate, and a card that has expert level courses. Now, this card isn't too complex because the purpose of this video is to teach you guys how to actually build components. So this is what we have on within our simulator. If you take a look at the code, you can see which components I'm bringing in from React Native is our view, our text, our style sheet, dimensions, and image. Also have some constants for our colors, and also got the height and width from our dimensions, and also have a dimensions for our profile image. And the reason I did that, if you take a look at the profile image, in order to get this circle, you have to have the height and the width equal, and then you also have to divide the border radius by 2. So I just went ahead and just added the same dimensions to that as well. Now, let's get to our code. Now, as you can see on our screen, we have a collection of components that are being used to actually get things to display the way they're displaying. Now, in most cases, you won't need to create components. You usually want to create components when that component is going to be used globally within your application. Now, take a look back at the simulator. Every application, most applications have a header. So because of that, you have a header in your settings screens, you have a header in your home screen, you have a header in your notifications, and a header in your profile. So because of that, you can see that component will be useful throughout your application. So for the header, yes, we would like to create a component for that. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to copy the code that we have here for our header. I'm going to create a header.js file. Call this header. I'm going to paste in that code. Styles header, and I'm going to go ahead and bring in my style sheet. And I'm going to, well, first let me add const styles, set this equal to style sheet dot create. All right, now I'm going to go and grab our header and our header text. So header text, grab this. Actually, I'll cut that out. This might crash the application. Okay, so I was looking for some of these constants. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab those constants. I'll keep them here. I'll just copy it, bring them into my header. Okay, everything looks good from here. Remove what we do not need. Okay, cool. We also don't need the height. Now, our header, we have one prop, and that prop is going to be our label. So I'm going to say label. Actually, I'll just put children, so that way we can put an image if we like to, or we can put text. So break that out, and I'm going to say children. Now, I'm going to go back to my app.js file, and I'm going to import my header. And right here, I'll take that out, and I'm going to add my header component. I'm going to put, well, I'll put React Native in our title. All right. As you can see, this changed too. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grab my header text, grab some of this right here, and I'll put that back in our app.js file. Okay, cool. Now, as you can see, it's showing React Native, and I'm gonna go ahead and just add my name. But this makes our header component reusable throughout our application. That's what we want. So Darron Brown, awesome, cool. So that's how we will create a header component and make sure that it's reusable throughout our application. Now, you could take a look at this. Now within our screen, what else do you think will be useful throughout the applications? Our card right here, this is a good guess, but our card, if it's only being used in the user profile, then there's no reason to create that component. Now, because, well, there is another use. Now, this component wouldn't be used throughout our application, but as you can see, this component is basically copying the same code 3 times. So because of that, why don't I just save ourselves some time? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to copy this. I'm just gonna create a card component. Call that card.js. I'm going to paste that in. Grab okay, cool. Now I'm going to say our title. Paste that in right there. Title, this is our title prop. And then our description prop. So, description. Okay, awesome. We have our card. Do we have everything coming back from our card? Yes, we do. So I'm going to go ahead and just import our card. And I'm going to, I want to add our card. I'm going to add our card right here. All right, so we don't have children when using our card component. We do have properties. We take a look at our header. Our header has children. So because of that, we can use our header component differently from our card component. We're just going to reference our title and our description, just like that. Now, I'm going to grab my title, paste it in there just like that. Grab my description, paste it in there just like that. I'm going to save it. As you can see, we have 2 beginner courses. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete the last one. The first one that we created. Just like that. Awesome. Now we can go ahead and just save ourselves more time. Just go ahead and just copy this in there 2 more times. I'm going to call this our intermediate course. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting this little funky error. Prettier. I'm not doing that. I hate all this default prettier stuff. Just going to continue. Grab our export. I usually remove that linter, but for this little short tutorial, it's not necessary. And we're going to replace that with this. Now let's go ahead and just remove all of our cards. As you can see, I saved our file and our simulator looks exactly the way that it did when we first started this video. Now, the good reason to actually use components because it saves time. Now, for me working as a contract developer, I'm usually building more than one contract, well, more than one application at a time. So because of that, there's something called prop drilling, and you guys can look that up. But what prop drilling does is that we have a parent component and we have children component, and all those children component fit within our parent component. Now, because of that, you have to pass props from the parent down to each child. And if I'm building an application for more than one company, that can take up a lot of time. So for me, I try to not use as many components as I possibly can, even though it makes the code look a lot cleaner. As you can see, I would have to pass down props from this component from this little parent component down to our card component, as opposed to just leaving all of our code here. Now, the time that you would want to do that is when, like I said, you have a component that's used throughout your application and that actually saves you time and it doesn't replicate code. That's a good time to actually create that component, like our header. And then also, let's say you don't work as a contract developer, you work for a company, and this application, you only have one application to work on. You're continuously updating that application, and you're trying to make sure that the code is up to date. Now, in that situation, you may want to create more components because it makes the code cleaner, easier to read. And if you were to leave that company, it'd be easier for another developer to basically see what's going on, because he can tell what the name of the components are and basically what you're trying to accomplish. Now, this was my brief introduction to how to use components. If you haven't done so already, I strongly advise you to check out the website GeekMODE.tech, where I have my blog. You can read my blog, and then also check out some of my courses. By checking out my courses, let's go there right now. I'll show you guys basically how it looks right now. By checking out my courses, you not only are helping me out, obviously, by buying the course, but you also have my mentorship. And that's the biggest difference between actually, in college, they don't teach you how to actually be a mobile developer. They'll teach you some of the basics of software, basically how to use how to build algorithms, and then it's up to you to actually put in that extra work to learn React Native or whatnot, or learn any other kind of software development. Now, I have my beginner courses here, so you can actually take a look at whatever courses you're interested in, and these courses are always going to be up to date. Right now I'm putting together a better beginner course because I just want to make sure everything that you guys learn, you're able to take that knowledge and then start building something immediately. You can do that with this course as well. It's just like I said, I'm always trying to improve my courses. Now, by actually joining, as you can see, I had on my website, I had a free course. I have a free course, and when you have this free course right here, basically it's a webinar. What you would do, you have to register, you put in your contact information, and then you would get a coupon code to a course for free. So one of the good things about adding your contact information is that you actually you become part of my email list, and also have a text message list. And basically, by being part of that list, you're updated when videos come through, you're updated when articles are posted, but you also receive coupon codes on all my courses. So if you want to become a part of the Geek Mode community, you want some kind of mentorship, or you're interested in React Native, I strongly advise you to check out the website. Thank you for watching, and until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.